Hello and welcome along to this month's Drawalong. It is a pleasure to have you here. This month we are going to be drawing from one of my all-time favourite animated movies, that is Coco. Okay, now when I first started doing my research for this movie, working out what we were going to draw, I initially thought we'd be drawing one of the skeletons from the main family. And then the more I looked into the research, I noticed that I particularly liked the scenes where the brightly coloured monsters appeared, as I refer to as the Alebrije. So I changed my mind. We're not drawing skeletons. We are drawing an animal in the style of the Alebrije, which is this style here, the brightly coloured animals. Now, I was doing my research into what Alebrije was, and it's part of a tradition from Mexico, in the Oaxaca region, I understand. And it came from folklore of a small family that started creating paper mache animals, brightly coloured, and they refer to it as the Alebrije. And so at the end of Coco, we see, spoiler alert, we see Dante the dog come back as one of these amazing creatures. Now, from the family that started creating this style of character, they say that the creatures need to have 3 of the 4 elements. Now, those elements are earth, water, fire, and wind. And so often the characters will have wings. Sometimes they might have scales. So the wings are for the air and the wind. The scales might be for water. And there might be kind of flames or a forked tongue to represent fire. You get the idea. So I am going to be bearing that in mind when we're creating our character. And I might just choose a couple of elements to add in. But we'll see how we go. So let's start first of all looking at our worksheet. Here we go. It is here. And I've basically crammed it with some inspiration of animals in the style of the Alebrije. So we have, this is Dante from the end of the movie. And we have Dante as a plush here as well. But there's all sorts of other animals that we can do. So there's a cat, we have a snail, there's an owl over here. And the key feature is the bright colours. The brightly coloured in kind of patches of the creature. So let's pop that to one side. That is for you to have a look at and absorb and feel inspired by. I am going to be drawing today using my HB pencil. I have my trusty eraser and I have my metal sharpener. I've already sharpened some of my colouring pencils here, which are the Faber-Castell pencils. And then I'm going to be doing my fine line using a Heeeey Oxford black fine line pen here. Okay, so I was thinking about what I'm going to draw. And I am going to draw one of my all-time favourite creatures, and that is an otter. So I will sketch out my cartoon otter, and then I might be doing things a different way around today. I might decide to colour in first before I do the fine line. We'll see. I might take that back. So I'm going to be drawing my otter in a very cartoony style. So you can either draw how I draw the otter, or you can create your own animal, and then we can choose how we colour it in together at the same time. So let's start off drawing here. I'm going to draw just a basic circle shape for the head. I'll have the body down here. I'll just have a little tail, so just popping that in here. He's going to be sitting on the hind legs. And his little arms. Something like this. And then let's put in his face. So I start with the nose. And I put the eyes on either side. Connect the eyes by the mouth. like so. Then he has little ears. I'll pop his ears in up here. Now, remember what I said about the Alebrije being made up of the main elements, so being made up of earth, water, fire, wind. Now, an otter is a water creature, so I feel we've got that one covered. But I want to give the otter some wings in the same way that Dante, and also this lion character here, has wings as well. So I'm going to put some wings in, and so this will be an otter that is made up of water elements as well as wind elements. So let's pop some wings on here. I'm just going to use a similar style to the wings that we have here, which just seem to be quite feathery. Something like that. And then the other wing on the side over here as well. Now, of course, you can decide to add scales if you're drawing a non-water creature to make it have some water element in it. You could have your creature breathing fire. There are lots of things. Be as creative as you like if you're drawing your own character. So they come from this. Now, it should also be mentioned as well that these characters, the Alebrije, don't have any direct connection to the Day of the Dead, which is what Coco is based on. Day of the Dead is a festival that falls on actually the 1st of November as part of All Souls Day, and a lot of people conflate it with Halloween, which Halloween is the 31st of October. Now, because they're very similar in the calendar, a lot of people kind of mix them together. So yeah, top fact. This should be November's Drawalong really, but I wanted to do it early. So we are doing it now in in October. Okay, so I have the rough outline of my character, the little otter. I'm wondering if he should be holding something. So I've got his hands together here. Maybe I'll just put the hands just together, not worry. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and fine line this and then add the colour in after, which I know I said I might do the other way around this time, but there we go. Okay, so that is my otter character. I'm now going to add in the fine line detail. Oh, that lid doesn't sit on there. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now I'm going to erase my pencil marks and then we're going to go in with the colour. Okay, so now I am going to start sectioning out the character. And what I mean by that is I'm going to be colouring in different colours, the different limbs of the character. So the head, the arms, the main body, the legs, the tail and the wings, I want to be all different colours. So my approach is going to be add in a light wash of colour, so to colour it all completely one colour, the certain area I mean, and then on top I'm going to add other detail such as we find here in all the little zigzaggy lines, the dots, just all the different patterns that are created on top of the colour. But first of all, let's create the under colour just by washing the sections of the creature in colour. So let's look at, I'm going to start off with a pink, I think. And so Dante's main head here has lots of pink in it. So I'm going to do the same with this Otter character here. And so we're just washing the colour over. Now, something you will notice about this style of colouring in is that we aren't too worried about colours clashing or colours that might not complement each other. Often in our draw-alongs, I will give you a colour wheel that you'll have at the bottom of your research worksheet to help work out what colours you're going to be adding in. But this time we don't need to worry so much because the more colours the better, I think is the attitude here. So let's move, I'm going to give them some blue ears. And also a blue tail. And let's have a look at the arms. I'm going to give him some green arms. But of course you can choose whatever colours you like the look of. Going to give him a yellow body. And I think I'm going to go for some orange legs. Okay, now for the wings, I'm going to add in multiple colours. I'm going to add in some blue, some orange, and I think some bright pink. Actually, no, I'm going to go for, I'm going to go for a bright pink. And so I'm going to blend my colours from blue down into purple, then into orange, and you'll see what I mean as we go. So this area of the wings are going to be a blue. This area here will be kind of pinky purple. I'll colour it in full in a moment for you, but I'm just sharing with you where I'm going to go. And then orange will be down here. So let's get that filled in. And let's give him a purple nose, I think. Okay, so this is our base colour that we have filled the creature, the animal with. Now we're going to be adding more detail on top to give the lines, the stripes, the pattern on top of the colours to make them as bright and colourful as possible. So I am going to now take let me decide what colour. So I want to put some pattern in over on the head. So I might use a dark green, actually, like Dante has here. Dante has some green detail on top. So let's join Dante's design. And I'm just going to draw some little lines all over the face, as well as some little circles, I think. So something like this. So now is the chance to be as creative as you like. Just add in some patterns on top of the base colour you've already created to make your character as colourful and as appealing as you can. Going to go for some darker blue on the ears. Now let's have a look at the arms. I think I'm going to put some purple on top of the green. Now I just need to decide what patterns I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a zigzag running down the arm and to see where it takes me. Giving him some purple thumbs, because why not? Okay, so let's think about the main body. What can we do here? There are all sorts of patterns we can add in. There's a really nice kind of square motif down here. So I might add in some squares onto the main body here. And I am going to do that in red. I'm going to take a red and just start adding some shapes all over the main body here. And I think just to add a little bit of change, I'm going to turn them into circles at the top. Just add a bit more colour detail there as well. Okay, now let's have a look at the legs. I'm going to go for some green again. And what shall we do? I think I'm going to do some thicker stripes running down the leg like this. Now let's have a look at the wings. I'm going to be adding some extra detail, I think, along the central area here of the wing. And I might do that in some greens and purples and just go from there, really. So let's go. Okay, now whilst I still have purple, I'm just going to add in some light shading on top of the body to give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more 3D tone and shadows. going to use a blue just to go around the lips. So the spotted Dante has blue lips, so let's give our little otter character some blue lips as well. While I've got the blue, I'm going to add some extra line detail down here too. And like a star motif here, I think. So there we go. Let's give him some shadow. Ooh, do you know what? I haven't added any detailing to the tail, so let's quickly do that now. Let's use some, I can use pink, and I'm going to draw some, just draw some lines in a nice pattern here. There we go. Just add a bit of pink into the shadow too. There we go. There we have our creature from the festival of the Alebrije, which is spelt A-L-I-B-R. I can't remember. I will add it into the description of this Patreon, and have a look. It's pronounced Alebrije. There's a J in it. It might look difficult to pronounce, but Alebrije is the word. So this is our Alebrije otter, ready to join the world of Coco. I can't wait to see what animals you draw or how you decide to colour in the magical otter. He will be as a colouring in sheet for your patron, so you can go ahead and colour him however you want. Pop a photo in the comments for this episode, this post. I'd love to see them. And also, hopefully, our Discord channel is back up. There are still some things I still need to tweak. I've been emailing Discord to find out what's going on. Hopefully that'll be back up. But as soon as it's back up, I will let you know. And at that point, share your photos there as well. I'd love to see what you've created. And I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your drawing adventures, and I'll catch up with you very soon. All right, take care. Lots of love. Bye.